Hey, this is David G. I've got something pretty cool to show you I've been working on. It is called Go ST2 Logger or Ghost to Logger. What it is a pack for StackStorm, which effectively allows you to do regular expression pattern matching on Syslogs. This is not a fully fledged Syslog server, so do not expect it to save logs and provide, kind of typical not functionality. This is purely for StackStorm. So the idea is that we can send in a syslog with a host originating that syslog. We then create a pattern in the rule base of StackStorm, which matches again a regular expression and a host pattern as well. That pair is mandatory. You need the host and the pattern. If the pattern and the host is matched, a trigger is dispatched and the rules match on the trigger, and you can do whatever you like. So the pack today is very alpha. The code isn't linted yet. It's not kind of been through any style guides or anything like that, and has yet to go through peer review. I'm doing that as quickly as I possibly can. What I'll ask you to do is try it out, see how you get on with it, report any bugs or any weird goings on, and report them directly to me for now, please. So you can email me, david.g, so G-E-E, at ipengineer.net. You can tweet me, so at VTEP42 on Twitter, or you can go to my GitHub page, username David John G with the first letters capitalized, so capital D for David, capital J for John, G for obviously capital G for G. God, it's like science this. Right, enough chitter chatter. Let's install the pack. So st2 pack list, just to show you this is not installed. st2 pack install. https github.com David John G, and this is where you need to install it from. Goes to logger alpha. Do not forget the alpha. Now what this does, it'll install the pack, download all the dependencies and the requirements, and it will also install or literally download the binaries, which the name Go ST2 Logger is obviously been written in Go. So what we need to do in that is instantiate the Go binary, and right now I'm doing that with screen because it's easy. We can create a screen session and just detach for that session and just leave it running in the background, which means we can reattach and check out all the logs. So we are installed, SD2 pack list, we are there, you can see that here, we're installed, version 00.1, again this is very, very alpha. So what we need to do now is go into the pack itself and the sensors, and what we'll see are a number of files, and you can see here we've got the Darwin version of the binary and we've got the Linux version of the binary. So we need sudo because we need to open some ports, so Syslog UDP listener port and a REST API port, which are both defined in the config YAML file. So then we can go slog se2 Linux, and then we give it a config flag. Now by default it will go /opt /stackstorm /packs /ghost to logger then config.yaml, but let's be a bit more specific about it, and then we launch. Before I do that, actually, let's just make sure we do this in a screen session, else we're not going to be able to detach. Let's just get out of that. I don't know why that's not letting me. I already might be in a screen session, hence the odd behaviour. Yep, so I'm already in a screen session, so that's pretty cool. Okay, so right, let's copy and paste that back in. And what we get is some output. Now, what we can see here is there are no errors. Ignore that spurious info line. That's just before the logging was set up internally. I'll sort that out. Like I say, it is an alpha. We've got three components that have started in the background: pattern map, the Syslog listener, and the Syslog plumber. So we're all good there. And all we need to do now is get one sensor to talk to it. And the easiest way to do that is to do st2 control restart component st2 sensor container. And look at that, we need to do it with root as well. Okay, and that should be pretty quick. And what we should see in the background are things connected up. So we have a purge DB message and an update that's come in, and now we have an empty map, which is the internal in-memory model for storing our rules. And I'll leave this open in the background, and now I'll create a rule. So if you bear in mind up to this point, all we've done is we've one line to install the pack from GitHub, one line in screen to start the process off. So that's 2 lines so far. And then, and we've also restarted the sense container. So that's three lines at the moment, 3 commands to get this pack installed. So let's create a rule. We are in the Ghost to Logger pack. We've only got one trigger, which is pattern match. Now let's add some criteria. So we can go trigger.pattern. So let's create this. Now, even though the pattern itself is a regular expression, always put equals in here. And the reason for that is the pattern itself is passed along inside the trigger. So if we have a regular expression trying to match a regular expression, it gets a little bit inception-y. And you can see I've already been messing around here. So we've got things, so this will match obviously thing 0 to thing 9. And we've got trigger host. Again, this is absolutely required. 16.1. which is I know where my rules are originating from. And from an action, for a little bit of fun for this particular alpha sneaky peek, let's do something with chat ops. Now, those who know me, I've got a Johnny5 chatbot. So let's put him to work. So let's say message. Now, the trigger only contains 3 fields. So we have trigger.message, which is the actual syslog message that's been matched by the regular expression. We have trigger.pattern. And we also have host. So trigger.host. And let's just align these to make it a bit more pretty. There we go. And save. So now we have the rule. So the rule is in place. What we should see here underneath is the map should get updated with our content, and this runs in the background about every 10 seconds, so we must have just hit it at the wrong time. So now we have a new key and we have an entry. And on the left hand side here, let's just raise this up here. And that's what we'll do. Let's see if we can get all these screens going together. So you can see we've installed the pack. Well, I've uninstalled it and reinstalled it just to check. I'm now going to send a syslog. So you can see the message came in, and my little Slack Johnny5 robot has now got the message. This message actually is from a Python syslog client I'm using, but thing 1 has matched the regular expression of thing 0 to 9, and we have the host. That's it. This is as complicated as it gets to run this particular pack. We've launched the Go binary inside screen, and by detach you can do Control-A and D, and that's it. I'm detached now, so that's running in the background quite happily. To reattach, you can literally screen -R and you're back. So now you can actually check out what your screen session has been up to and check out the logs. And there also is a log file as well, which is in the sensor directory. So we can do ghost to logger sensors and then ghost to logger.log, and we can actually see everything that's going on here as well. Feel free to reach out. So again, the information, feel free to reach out for me via GitHub or Twitter or the blog. With a little bit of time, all the kind of loose edges will be tidied up. We'll go through code review and we'll get it all stylized. Yeah, have fun. Cheers.